We love fashion. I love fashion. I know tons of people who look like me who love fashion. People think we're not supposed to love fashion, but that's not true. Fashion is an expression of who you are and what you love and the things that you believe. And I have every right, just as much as anyone else, to express that.
Welcome back to Untypical Me. Today we're joined by Latasha Ngwube, who has been so thankful and grateful to give us this time. She's had a very busy week, but she's taken out some time to talk to us and tell us more about ATCL. So what inspired you to come up with something that represents plus size women?
I'm a plus size woman, and I don't see any things that represent me.
Okay.
And as much as I don't feel excluded in any way, not everyone is fortunate to have walked or to walk in my shoes, and everyone should be represented, and that's why we do what we do.
So yesterday was your second time showing at LFDW.
Absolutely.
What was different from this year and last year?
Time, actually, it's very strange, but time was, so last year we had a whole lot more time to prepare. We actually had about 6 weeks or so, maybe. So essentially we had 6 weeks, more designers, and but very little idea of how to do it. This year we had about 10 days, 3 designers.
10 days.
Yes, and all the ideas, knowing exactly the roadmap we wanted to follow, and it made it so much easier. I guess. But then also, I mean, I wouldn't say we had better models this year, because many of the models who walked this year also walked last year. Let me see, the runway was, I mean, yeah, it was time, it was preparation, and the number of designers.
Are you happy with the way the show went? I watched it and I was so proud. It was really, really good.
I am truly my own worst critic. I really, really am. And it's not like I look at it and see the flaws. I just look at it and I feel like, oh God, I wish I'd done that. I wish we'd done this. But then, you know, that's the mark of someone, that's the mark of really a perfectionist.
Exactly.
I suppose. And many people just look at the sequence and they're like, this is flawless. How could you have done this any better? And I can give them a million things we could have done differently or better. But yeah.
That's fine. So were you involved in designing the collection itself?
Very much so, because last year I decided I wanted the pieces to be in black and white. This year, because I thought black and white is, you know, as we are, take us in black and white, literally. It's very literal, it's very powerful, it's very stark. It's also very timeless and, you know, classic for last year. But this year, I wanted the conversation to be more than just tokenism. So I didn't want our show to be the token curvy. You know, they're very it's just so. This is like it's a nice departure, it's a nice break. I wanted the people who adore fashion and who think fashion and breathe fashion to actually look at it and see design, and therefore I allowed the designers to pursue their own creative, you know, paths. But for the menswear, for ASEAN, I actually called upon fashion lover enthusiasts, buyer, stockist Korede Roberts of Fushion. Yeah, and he was sort of like a muse for the menswear, because he's very fashion forward and he really pushes the envelope. So he's one of our unseen hands and forces on the team. Myself, I was very involved in the start to finish, from the sketches to the colors they wanted to use and the detail. And I thought, okay, explain this to me, talk me through it, let me see it from your eyes. And then I would now come at it, because knowing creatives is very difficult to say, oh, this won't work, so let me completely get the picture and then say, okay, why don't we try this or that? Because ultimately they aren't designers showing on their own. It's on the collective, or it's under the collective. And it's important that we have a unified voice as a collective. It's important that that people see it in a certain way.
Okay.
And so I definitely did, look at it at every stage. The first fittings, I remember looking at one outfit of Ashwari's and I thought, nope, I don't think this would go. And she totally agreed with me. And that dress was dropped in lieu of the black and white long one.
Okay.
That was just simply stunning. And so I definitely had input.
Oh, that's good. Yes. That's interesting. So when you're not working so hard, what do you do?
Work hard.
You work hard. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, fashion isn't my only. It's not my only job. Yes. So, TV. I'm a TV show host. Hot Topics on the KGTV, Glam Squad on DSTV. I'm an editor at the Vanguard earlier, so I write. I consult for people. I am going into some other fields as well. I'm always busy.
Wow.
Yeah. But when I'm really not working, I watch an insane amount of TV. I'm a TV junkie.
What's your best TV show?
Oh God.
Or top 3.
Would it even be enough? Top three that I'm currently loving of all time, because I've loved so many. Currently, Stranger Things on Netflix. I love that show. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Love Titus.
I find people who don't like it, but I actually enjoy it. It's easy to
I just find people who don't know it. But a lot of people don't know it. And there's another show called Glow.
Yes, I know
on Netflix, the wrestling. And that's particularly dear to me because as a child I wanted to be a female wrestler.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's good.
Love it.
So there's another topic that's dear to me when it comes to plus size. Some people relate plus size to being unhealthy. And I always find the need to correct that assumption that being just because we have a bit more flesh doesn't mean we're unhealthy. We care about our health. So, and I heard you telling the girls before the show that they should eat fruit, they should drink lots of water. And I was like, I wish people could see more of this. So what other healthy tips do you have to share with us as part of your regimen?
Drink water, mind your business. Okay. I mean, oily foods in general have always irritated me. I don't really care for like sticky oily food. Loads of oil. It's not really my preferred thing. It shocks people how much I love salads. I'm a salad girl. I can eat salads all day. I love eforiro. It's simple to eat, very healthy, loads of iron, helps you with bowel movement. Boiled foods sometimes in lieu of fried foods. I mean, nothing ever replaces dodo in life ever. Or good, chips, French fries. Nothing ever. But boiled plantains, sweet potatoes, really healthy. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just craving healthy food. I just want fresh, uncooked food. I just want to chew like Bugs Bunny, go at it, and I'll just do that like a week. I'll just like eat nothing but veggies and salads and fruit, and just it's just a feeling that I have. I tell people when they try to do the whole weight versus health, let me know when your X-ray eye batteries run out so I can get you fresh Duracell batteries.
Thank you.
The amount of energy that I possess, I look sometimes at my staff who are like maybe a quarter of my size. I'm like, I have more energy in my baby toe than in your whole right leg.
Oh, I can attest to that.
To be honest.
I can attest to that.
So I just think people don't know any better. If they knew better, they would do better. So well done on the crusade. It's not easy, but
not easy.
We keep pushing.
It's not easy. Thank you. So in the next 3 years, where do you see ATCL? What are your plans for it?
For About That Curvy Life.com, I mean, my prayer is that it goes nowhere, like it grows. It's not going anywhere. It grows. I really want us to be that Pan-African inclusive, platform. Diverse, inclusive, supportive, inspirational as well, and very fashion conscious, because I do love fashion and I enjoy style. in terms of the collective, because they are now two separate bodies.
Yeah.
The ATCL collective, the About That Curvy Life collective, is really more of a fashion developmental program.
Okay.
You know, for brands that are championing inclusivity and diversity and you know, size inclusion. That's what I want it to do. And
so, how do designers contact you? Do you pick them?
I mean, we've only really done this 3 times. The first time when last year, I mean, who were really the designers out there? Many of them, even ASEAN debuted his brand
last year
on our collective. I called him up and I said, Matthew, I know you've been wanting to design forever. What is stopping you now? I have this opportunity. Jump on it. I want menswear. And he thought, and he called me back and he said, I'm ready, let's do it.
Okay.
So yeah, we're inspiring designers as well. But how did we pick? It's really, it's a very there's no, I won't say there's a method to it. I mean, for Ghana, there was really no time. I reached out to people I knew, and the ones who could came on board, and I sort of like, you know, said, okay, let's do it like this, let's do it like that. For LFDW, we sort of put out feelers, put out calls to people who had expressed interest in working with us throughout the year. And we reached out to them and said, okay, are you interested and whatnot? But the selection process this year around was, I would say, was a little different. Because we had to be critical this time. The first time they say is fluke. Second time, maybe a coincidence. But the third time you do something, it has to be deliberate. Otherwise, you're a fool. So we had to be very deliberate in our selection. We had to be very thorough. We had to focus more on, you know, design, presentation, availability, you know, readiness. So many things were put into consideration on our part, and as well as the Fashion Week committee. So yeah, and these ones were the ones who eventually, some people, we had actually had a designer who was on board, but had to drop out for certain reasons. You know, and it's my heart goes because I really love her, Mabello, and we really wanted her on board. But you know, next year I know that we will be able to make magic together, because she was on the first collective. So yeah, that is the criteria. But moving forward as a collective, we cannot exist to just bring people to platform at Fashion Weeks. I want to start exchange programs of sorts. I might not even be using the right terms, but I have a lot of studying of different models I have a lot of studying to catch up on how they do things in America, the CDFA and all the fashion bodies, and I know London has their London Fashion Council and all of that. I need to be able to standardize. I need to be able to standardize the process. The plus fashion community. You know, and I'm not only after raising plus fashion designers. Regular straight size designers should be able to be looking at this and saying there is a gap that we're not taking advantage of. Let's include larger sizes in our ranges. Let's create. Let's see the designs that we have that exist that can work if we scale them up. If we can't scale them up, what are the designs that we as unique artists can put down on paper? So, for example, a Larry Da Silva, who I adore, would say, given the Larry Da Silva aesthetic, this is what I'm creating for the curvy woman. That is truly where I'm trying to push this to and through. So yes, we're developing the already, you know, the plus fashion only ones, but then the other ones. And two good examples of those are actually Nori and Oshwari. They're both not specific plus fashion designers, but plus fashion is something they have offered and a lot of people are not aware of. So now we've been able to shine a light on them as people who offer these things, and that's where we're trying to go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So lastly, if you had to choose between having more time and having more money,
oh Lord,
what would you pick?
Oh Lord. Well, More time.
More time.
Absolutely. 24 hours is never enough.
It's not enough.
And when someone tells you have 24 hours left to live, no amount of money in this world could stretch it out. So I feel like I'm already on the way. I'm on the path to wealth. I'm already rich in health and friends and family. And I've had a very, very rich career already at my age. So I look forward to everything it's going to bring. And I know that success and the money that will come with it is inevitable. So give me more time, baby.
Thank you. Thank you so much for granting this interview.
Thank you. You were amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show.
I did. It was amazing. It was an experience.
So go spread the word.
Watching you as well behind the stage with all the designers and how involved you were in it was really nice.
Thank you.
Yes, so her social media information is going to be in the description below, so you can find out how to get more information about That Curvy Life. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jamie. See ya.
See ya.